Hello, I'm David McNally. Some of you may be familiar with my best-selling books, Even Eagles Need a Push and Be Your Own Brand. For nearly, dare I say it, 50 years, my career has been immersed in the world of personal growth and development. I've always been fascinated by the possibilities for human beings. I have worked with organizations such as Delta Airlines, Ameriprise, Amtrak, the Walt Disney Imagineers, and many more to empower their employees to live purposeful and productive lives. I am now in my 70s, and here's what's become clear to me. As we age, if we are to continue to live engaged and meaningful lives, we can never stop learning and growing. So each day we face a choice. Is my life about expansion or contraction? Age is a chronological fact, not an indictment. While our bodies may tell us we are getting older, within us is a creative spirit which can propel us to new realms of the human experience. Society calls those who have reached their 60s or more senior citizens. Such an uninspired label. It often comes with the perception that life is winding down, that the best has been, that the rewards for reaching the age of retirement are to be found in the scenes of whatever advertisers present as the ideal life. After the cruises and the cocktails, however, questions linger. Is this it? Is this all? What meaning does my life have now? Where is my relevance? Your answers will be significantly influenced by how you see your place on this planet. What purpose has your existence served, and what will it serve in the future? Are all your dreams fulfilled, or is there still much you wish to experience and accomplish? The award-winning choreographer Twyla Tharp, now in her 80s, writes in her book, Keep It Moving, age is not the enemy. Stagnation is the enemy. I was born in 1946 in the East End of London, England, a year after the end of World War II. If you're a fan of the television series called The Midwife, you will know the location and circumstances of my early childhood. My parents were working-class people. Both had served in the British Armed Forces during the war. My playground as a child was the rubble of buildings destroyed by bombs. When I was 9, my family emigrated to Australia, where I spent my formative years. Since then, I have lived and worked in several different countries, ultimately making my home in the United States. I am telling you this because never, as a child, would I have imagined what life had in store for me. I have had business success, written 5 books, produced 2 inspirational films, and spoken at conferences all over the world. Yet I've also had my share of difficulties. My first business failed, and my first wife, the mother of my 5 children, died from ovarian cancer. My second wife recently succumbed to Alzheimer's disease. I have also personally survived a debilitating treatment for throat cancer. I am no stranger to struggle and grief. Unquestionably, you too have had your challenges. One of my core beliefs is that if we're alive, our mission on earth isn't finished. In other words, there is so much more for us to create and contribute. This requires, however, that we reignite and push through into a whole new dynamic phase of our lives. Reigniting for me began in my early 60s when I spent 3 weeks in Tanzania trekking through that fascinating country. More than a safari, this was a journey of reflection and visioning for 10 people of similar age who were ready to discover what's next. Our days were filled with long hikes through spectacular yet dangerous terrain, and our evenings were spent in conversations around the campfire. An image indelibly imprinted on my mind is that of our imposing guides, members of the Maasai tribe. The older warriors sat beside us, and the young warriors stood in a protective circle around us. The formation was purposeful, a symbol of respect. The young warriors were to listen to the conversation taking place and learn from the wisdom of the elders. I returned home and reflected on the life stories of my fellow travelers. The feeling we all shared was, although we too were elders, our lives were far from over. But we agreed that to live meaningfully, each of us needed a sense of purpose and the willingness to never stop evolving. I am inviting you to embrace your role as an elder, and in so doing, enter one of the most rewarding times of your life. In the weeks and months ahead, we will look at what we as elders have to contribute and what possibilities exist for us to continue to create rewarding and fulfilling lives. We will reflect on the wisdom we have accumulated and how we can encourage those who have most of their lives ahead of them. Most importantly, we will examine how to ensure we extract from life every morsel of joy it has to offer. Aging, said David Bowie, is an extraordinary process where you become the person you always should have been. Until next time.